Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays, and I'm in the Neustrashimy, a tier 9 Russian premium destroyer. I'm on the Northern Waters in a 3-point domination game. It's a tier 9 battle, which is pretty amazing. There's no carrier, and the Vegeta is, I think, the only raider around here, so that's good news. Now, this little destroyer has amazing concealment, and this means that I've found the Goatland, and he hasn't seen me in return. And he has failed because he was spotted and couldn't determine what was spotting him. And oh, hey, hello, torps. But those torps are easily dodged, so that's good. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna hit any torps in return, I'm afraid. So there is that. There seems to be quite a large enemy force here, although we haven't spotted all the enemy ships just yet. And, well, I have a little bit of support here. We have some ships in the center that can help out. Meanwhile, my division mate Viper is going to take the center, and unfortunately we don't have a destroyer for A because there are only 2 destroyers inside. But C has been acquired. And, I mean, I have a destroyer around here. I suppose nobody's troubling Viper there, so he can grab B and then move on to A, I presume. We have a lot of ships at A, but unfortunately they are very cautious. Let's put it like this. Now, meanwhile, having taken that cap and seen that the raiders on the other side, I can be a little bit more aggressive here. Now I've found a Goatland. I have no trouble taking this gunfight, but the problem is I'm afraid he might have a little bit of help there. So, the thing with a duel like this is one very concerning thing, obviously torpedoes. And yeah, they set a double fire. The shores, I think, is doing quite a lot to me, so I'm gonna smoke up here. Unfortunately, this Scharnhorst here keeps me spotting, but I should be in concealment soon. So let's just give some torps for the Scharnhorst. I should have used both. I should have really used the second launcher, but he's already slowing down. So I guess those torps are going to miss anyway. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to torp him later. I was hoping to throw off the enemy torpedoes when I was in that gunfight. The thing is, right, the safest version is always to just be nosing towards an enemy destroyer when you're fighting them, in order to hope that you are going to have an easy time dodging torpedoes. You can also do is try to throw them off by like slowing down, or suddenly going into reverse, which they might not have expected. But then again, you don't know when they launch, right? If you do this too early, then, you know, they'll see you doing it and torp accordingly. But anyway, I haven't been torped just yet. Unfortunately, neither has the Scharnhorst, and he's speeding up again, so he's gonna dodge those. But hey, we knocked out the torp launcher. Isn't that lovely? So our team on the other side seems still very passive. Now my division mate is now going there, and enemy Weimar has taken the center. And, well, if my division mate wants to take A, he'll need the help of those ships, and unfortunately they don't seem to be in a helpful mood right now. We're already down 2 cruisers. But I mean, the game is obviously far from over. Now my smoke is soon gonna come to an end. And I'm gonna turn away like this because I don't really know where the enemy destroyer is, right? I know where RPF is pointing, and it's possibly pointing at the battleship there. But for all I know, there is a destroyer between me and the battleship, right? So, hard to say. Now, the Scharnhorst is gonna down anyway. I have trouble torping the Gneisenau because of all of those islands. But you know, there is an Iowa back there, right? RPF seems to be still somewhat pointing towards the Gneisenau. Now, it's 35 seconds and I have a smoke again. Once I have a smoke, this is all less problematic, because if I were to run into an enemy destroyer right now, I couldn't disappear, and the shores and Iowa might harm me pretty heavily. But once the smoke is ready, I'll just have an easy escape. Now this looks like a straight ahead Iowa, doesn't it? So, torps are on the way, and we still have 2 ships here, although they are getting pushed by the Gneisenau and they are somewhat in retreat. Now, I don't know where the other shores is. That's I think an old last spotted position. I mean, if he's lobbing shells from an island, he might actually be a lot closer and be involved in this. Now, I do have a smoke ready. What I can do now is I can smoke up and shoot the Gneiser now. There are basically two options, right? I could just go grab B. B is currently undefended, and we all know the importance of objectives, so I could just do that. And the sooner I take B, the better. Oh, look, those torps are actually hitting. Yeah, that was a strike they had over. But I've decided that instead I wanna help kill that Gneiser now. Now I don't have the best EPM there, although I set the fire, which is gonna help. The thing is, of course, if we can take out those ships quickly, if I can help with that, then they do less damage to my remaining teammates there, and sinking ships is something that we might need. We are getting the A cap, although we are losing the C cap. It's not horrible cap-wise. Also, we have a Shores going for B. Maybe the Shores actually takes the center, because I think he could. Now we once again have the situation where my smoke's not ready, because I just used it to shoot this battleship. My friendly battleships are very far in the rear. They are just nice now because they kept kiting away when they were pushed, and the Minnesota because the Minnesota is just a little bit lost, I think. And is, I don't know. Maybe the Minnesota is allergic to getting away, far away from the zone wall, right? He needs his zone wall presence, or he'll, I don't know, get a rush or something. Who knows? Be that as it may, I'm very careful here because I really don't want to be in a gunfight with the Shores and the Goatland at the same time. Oh, the Shores is very wait, wasn't the Shores much healthier? Wait a moment. Both Shores are here. That's not the Shores I've been looking for. So, yeah, my battleships are hopefully going to take care of that one. There we go. Now I'm still capping, so nobody's in the cap just yet. Smoke not quite ready yet. There are some torps that are easily dodged. And there is the other Shores. So RPF might be tracking the Shores right now. It's pointing in that direction. Maybe we can... Oh, okay. Was not tracking the Shores, I guess. But that's okay. That's a gunfight that I'll happily take. I also have like 2 heals left. So... pop a heal, we pop a damage cone, and there was a big hit that I suffered from the Shores. But now the Shores said we're on an island, so it can't help anymore, and this means I'm in concealment. So the only thing really dangerous now are the torpedoes. I guess the safest option would have been to stay nose in there. But I've decided to turn away. And again, it's not like the Shores is pushing me, I guess. So I could have just safely stayed nose in and waited a bit. Although those torps, like those pan-European torps, are pretty fast, so I should have seen them rather quickly if there were torps coming. Well, and you see, at this point, we are only 1 ship ahead, and we are not that far ahead on points. We are taking all the capture zones right now, though, and the enemy's forces are all over the place. There is a Yagumo up in the north. Or, well, we would last spotted. I don't know what this guy is doing. He should probably just sail into A. There is a Vegeta on the 1 line. I guess he didn't get too much use out of the radar there. And then we have obviously a healthy IOR in the back, and the Shores here that's retreating. And I can't help but feel if the Shores, for example, would have backed up the enemy push, like if the enemy was more coordinated there, maybe even having the enemy destroyer help with the push, they'd probably have dominated the C cap, and we might be losing heavily right now. Also, if this Iowa had done something, if you're that healthy at this point in the game, and this is how the overall game looks, you should have been more aggressive. So anyway, what I can do here is speed it up, because honestly, right, I have 10-kilometer torpedo range, which means I can't torpedo those guys because they're both running away, obviously. I could shoot them, but you know, I'm not really into that open water gunboating that much. I mean, the Shores could do a lot to me, I guess. I can't smoke up and shoot because they are running away again. But I'd very quickly be out of my range.
Получила преимущество.
Well, there goes the Iowa. He has saved all of his hit points to just get torpedoed. I Viper there. Now the shores, well, I mean, the shores can't run any further. I could also try to go after Yugumo. I mean, we had 900 something points. But like at this point, just most of the enemies aren't even trying anymore. And they're just getting picked off by us now. Even though they weren't that far behind in ships. Which brings us to results. I kind of forgot to take screenshots, but I have an end screen from the stream, so there is that. And yeah, it was a fun little battle, I think. There was quite the excitement in this cap because we were at least early on outnumbered and the enemy pushed very heavily. But once we won our cap, the game was basically already over. But, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you next time.